Hello and welcome to the morning show, Team of with RevSportz. A very good morning to all of you present. This is me, Rohan Chaudhary, and today also we have lots to discuss. India lost the ODI series versus Australia 2-1. Started with a winning note on in the football, badminton, boxing, lots happening, and today is the Backstage with Bodyard uh, day for Tejashwin Shankar. We have a very extensive interview with Tejashwin Shankar, the athlete, lots to discuss. And to discuss, we have Trisha Ghoshal, Devashish Sen, and Boria Majumdar joining us. Good morning, gentlemen. Good
Good
morning,
morning.
Trisha. Good morning, Boria. I'll come to you, but before that, yesterday you were in the post-match show of the cricket. But Trisha and Devashish, your thoughts on India's performance in this one? Because the second ODI we were telling that it was a one-off game, it won't happen. But yesterday again, 260 we were discussing in the pre-show and the mid-show also 260. Whether 250, 260 will be a chaseable run. We had a talk that yes, it can be chased, but 269 was the run, 270 was not chased. Your thoughts on India's performance? Trisha, you go first.
I think India had the match in control for a long time, and
Yeah,
then suddenly there was this. Two wickets fell. Ashton and Igar picked up 2 wickets in an over. Uh, Happens when you in a pitch like like the one in Chennai. Once you start going behind the rate, it becomes a little difficult. But I still maintain that it was chaseable, and I think there was goof up in the lower middle order mainly. You know.
Boyada, you're telling that uh, I saw your post match. You're telling that again, number two, number four problem, many problems going on in this team. What should be India's look forward, because we don't have many ODIs left ahead of the World Cup. Uh, the second match was an one-off, but yesterday's match, would you say a one-off or a wake-up call for the down the line in the World Cup?
A huge wake up call. Think about your number four, and Devashish will agree, Trisha will agree. It is a repeat of 2019. Tell me, who is
Yeah,
your number four? Do you have a number four? No. Shreya Iyer out for several months, we don't know how long. By the way, there is no board medical bulletin yet that he is out for X number of months, but it is now clear that he's gone from the IPL. Devashish
yeah,
only did the story that he requires surgery, and obviously surgery means who knows. Jasprit Bumrah will not be rushed in, needs 5, 6, 7 months. Rishabh Pant, obviously not part of the scheme. Who is your number four? Is it Sanju Samson? Is it Surya Kumar Yadav? Is it A, B, C? Who? If it was Surya Kumar Yadav at 4 or 5, whatever it is, then why did you not try him at 5? Why only 2 games? Why tell me why he was demoted below Akshar Patel? Why below Hardik Pandya? I mean, what are you telling Surya? Is he your finisher? Then will you try him in the next series as finisher at 6 or 7? He's a recognized batsman who came in at 7. For me, we again are showing signs of confusion. I mean, I keep hearing we have plans. What are my plans? Tell me. If Surya is 4, I understand Rahul was 4. That was a perfect call. But then Surya should have been 5. Surya should have been 6. He goes in at 7. For God's sake, 7. Why? And then that pressure happened. Rohan, you don't play pace well, as in the swinging ball. You don't play spin well. Then what do you play well? You can't have batting placid pitches clearly, and every time there is something like this. The problem is the IPL is 1 week later. Surya Kumar Yadav is a gun T20 player. He will score runs and you will say, look, everything's fine. Hello? Nothing's fine. KL Rahul's test match problems will not go with IPL runs. Surya Kumar Yadav's white ball 50 over problems will not go with IPL runs. Virat Kohli is a master of the run chase that way. I mean, the moment Akshar Patel got out, he botched it in the head. And that 50 ball 50 went to 70 ball 50 or something like that. And then that shot. He had tried that shot 1 over before to the right of David Warner or the left of David Warner. And he tried it again. That tells you it's a batsman's ego. I'll do it. Why? Curb your ego, finish the game. This Indian side has problems. Rahul Dravid and his management will have to go overtime during IPL to solve the problems. At this point in time, it is not looking good. And the most important thing, I went too long here. The most important thing, identify and accept there are problems. Only then can you seek solutions.
Absolutely, absolutely. Devashish, your thoughts on this? That we were talking about Stark getting so many wickets. Yesterday, Stark did not get a single wicket. Zampa, Agar. So, Indian batters are facing both problems with pace as well as spin. Your thoughts on that? What should be the look forward of the team management and the players going forward?
uh, Rohit Sharma did accept that there are problems of plenty, and that needs to be addressed. Obviously, pitch was a bit difficult, but the failure to strike a partnership did dented India's chances. But having said that, where is someone like a Deepak Huda? Where is a Sanju Samson? Means we need to seek answers. Means where are they? It's a few months back. Deepak Huda was your certainty in the one day side. Then where is he? Means obviously, if you find someone having a problem, then why don't you get him? As Rahul Dravid said few days back that they have curtailed it to 17 to 18 players for the World Cup. Now, is Deepak Huda not in that 17 or in that 18? Is Sanju Samson obviously where he has vanished from the scenes. Sanju Samson. So this is somewhat that needs to be addressed. We need to be that the selectors need to sit with the team management and address, because this is India's problem. This is not a personal ego, or this is not a personal, means obvious the franchise team. Means end of the day, if someone is not doing well, then you must try. And time is running out for India. Remember, after the IPL, we only played 3 matches against West Indies, and that too not in India. We go to West Indies and play West Indies. So where do we have that preparation time with and you have that Asia Cup? Obviously, Asia Cup again will not be held in India. So time is running out for the Indian team.
Absolutely. So Trisha's Buriada was telling about the batter's ego against a particular bowler. You bowl me this way, I will hit you that way only. So your thoughts on that? How do batters go about it? And is that a right approach? I don't think it is a right approach. Your thoughts on that?
Of course, it is not. I mean, cricket is not about ego anyway. It is about closing out the match, and this is a problem with Virat, and especially this has been a problem. It has been a growing problem with Virat. In the 2016-17 when he was in the prime of his form, he it was not about ego. He used to go and chase the total down, and he would hate it if he got out before he finished the match. I didn't see that approach in him. It was more about probably, I don't know, probably it's more about showing that I'm still the greatest, which is not required. He has nothing to prove to anyone. He can just play and finish the match, especially because as Devashish said, I completely agree with him. The pitch was a little difficult, and in a difficult pitch, it's a very obvious thing. If you are a set batter, you don't throw your wicket away, and that cost us. Yes, the bowler batter fight is the whole battle is what we watch cricket for, but still you have to close out the match. That's more important. And I would like to ask something to Boria here. You're talking about the problems, the issues that need to be addressed, but do we have enough time before the World Cup now?
Yeah, you do. I mean, in a sense, first you accept that there are problems. I mean, yesterday, if you see that partnership, Hardik Pandya twice hit that same kind of chip shot. Virat Kohli twice hit that same kind of chip shot. It was a problem of shot selection. And when you have greats, I mean, come on, KL Rahul, Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, and Hardik Pandya, or rather Shubman Gill. That's your top five. Now, that's an enviable top five for any team in any part of the world. And again, look at the dismissals. Everybody got start. 30, 40, 50, 37, 40, and then no conversion. See, these are serious issues. I mean, Ashton Agar, 10th over first ball, you gave him a wicket. 10th over second ball, you gave him a wicket. Why? You had Adam Zampa, then Mitchell Stark was also almost done. So you had an Abbott, you had a Marcus Stoinis to bowl. Why didn't you pick your bowlers? Why do you have to attack an Adam Zampa when you know that you've got to hit Steve Smith? Beautiful captaincy has placed someone straight. You then still go for that shot against turn. Why would you place that shot? See, yesterday's match was shoddy batting. and that you have to accept that India was poor. It was about ego taking over, and that is not something you would want to see. The Surya Kumar Yadav demotion to number 7 baffled me. What is his position? Are you giving him the confidence? You said 10 matches. So then give him the confidence at number 5 for 10 matches. No. Why are you pushing him down to number 7? Does he have self doubt? Yes, he does. So, and the thing is, Trisha, if you do not win a World Cup this year, okay, you have not won an ICC trophy for 10 years. 10
Yeah.
years. 2013 to 2023, you, the financial nerve center of the world game, the leader of the world game, you have not won an ICC trophy. It is excellent to hear talk about process, and we've given 100%. Leo Messi is Leo Messi because he won that Qatar World Cup. Okay, the difference between Ronaldo and Messi now is that Qatar World Cup. You go talk to anyone, they'll say, hello, so and so has won the World Cup. Sachin Tendulkar, take that World Cup away. His career is not complete. He can be the greatest. His career wasn't complete, and every time he will tell you, that was my greatest night. I won the World Cup. So all this process talk from Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma and Rahul Dravid is fine. You have to win an ICC trophy. Otherwise, you are not the greatest. Your team is not the greatest. It has to be confronted with. So, yes, India has a great side, but you need that ICC trophy. And for that, you please rectify these issues because they are staring at your face.
Absolutely. And Boyada, I'll come to you again on the captaincy part. Steve Smith taking over from the Test series to this one. How good was Steve Smith? And talk about the Indian captain also.
Steve Smith was fabulous, especially his field placings. That straight fielder at long on was a masterstroke where KL got out, and that is when he pushed Hardik Pandya to play that shot because he had that fielder. Hardik twice went there, but both times he got 1 instead of 4. So it was fantastic captaincy. I didn't find a problem with anything that Steve Smith did. He was animated, he was going for it, he personally fielded well, he kept a slip for Adam Zampa. On the other side, when Australia was 203 for 7 or something like that, we allowed them to go to 270. India got to 250. Think about it. If you had closed them out for 245-50, you would have won. So, India, when they got to Rohit is a personal favorite of mine. Love the guy. 66 for no loss. You have the game. Control the game and go for it. Why would you want to play that shot? So, I think shot selection was a major issue as far as India was concerned. Look, I don't want to sort of keep repeating these things. I said it last night. Unless and until you don't have a steady number 4. Still, you don't know who your fast bowling unit will be. You have a Mohammad Shami and a Mohammad Siraj. That's fine. Mama, what Devashish just said, you don't have a Deepak Huda. All of a sudden, Deepak Huda has vanished. Sanju Samson, you don't know what Sanju Samson is. He mentioned the word personal choice. I know where he's coming from. So, boss, come on. It's the Indian team we are talking about on home soil. Ask anybody WTC final or World Cup on home soil, people will say World Cup on home soil. But are you looking to, at this point in time, are you the favorites? No.
Okay, another India won yesterday in the football. I'll come to that, but before that, Trisha and Devashish, your takes from this series for the Indian team going forward. What should be the key take points? Devashish, you go first.
Obviously, you need to sort out the number 4 spot because it's a very, very important spot. That's the primary thing. Obviously, our bowlers have done well. It's a not high scoring series. You must admit. Means all the 3 matches except for that last one ODI, the first 2 matches, the bowlers have done well. Obviously, Shami, Siraj in patches. But all we need to do is to just look at the number 4 slot because it's a very important slot, and that has hinted our chances in the semi-final against New Zealand at Old Trafford. So again, we are heading into that same problem, same experimentation, same news, and that's a very, very key position in one-day cricket. So, if, as Buriada said, if you want to persist with Surya, give him a longer rope, give him 10 matches at number 4, number 5. If you think that he can do the job for you, Means why would you get drop him at number 7? Means that does no good for his self confidence. So I think it's the India should need to fix the number 4, the batting order. Obviously, IPL, with the IPL, there will be players who will perform. So we need to go with the form rather than going for names. We need to go for the players who are in form. So that will be crucial for India.
Okay, Trisha, second match we were saying one of game. This one we were telling something about the pitch in the pre-match show yesterday. We saw told about the Chennai being a slow pitch. 250, 245 run would have been nice, but these situations might happen in the World Cup also. So and if that is a knockout game, that the World Cup is finished for you. So your key points that India should take forward from this series.
That has been our case, right? It's the knockout game
Yeah,
where we goof up, and because it almost seems like whether it's the women's World Cup or the men's World Cup, you're going to go to the semis. It's from the semis that the new tournament starts, you know. And one game you goof up, you're out of the World Cup. And most importantly, I think you know what, I think enough of experimentation. We, in the name of getting your side right, you keep experimenting. You know, if you had to bring in Aksar, I would still understand. But then you are bringing in Aksar, you're bringing in Hardik, you're suddenly putting Surya Kumar Yadav, who has already scored 2 ducks. So he's definitely not feeling great about his batting. Again, you're pushing him down the order. And most importantly, I think every team, you know why Australia wins? I think Boria and I were discussing this a few days ago, or maybe Devashish, I don't remember. But some of us were discussing with Australia. The thing is, their roles are very clear in their head. They know this is my exact role in the team. Until unless you outline a role, yes, there will be matches in which certain players will fail, but that role, that clarity is absolutely important. Otherwise, because there is bench strength. So now think of this: after the end of this tour, before the IPL starts, Sky is thinking that even though I've done superbly in T20Is, my position in ODIs is under threat because I've done nothing.
absolutely,
And
absolutely.
he's correct. But what is his position in T20 in ODIs? Is he at the number 4? Is he the finisher? He doesn't even know that. So exactly how is he going to prepare himself? Because you don't, in ODIs, see the difference between T20Is and ODIs is, in ODIs a number 4 doesn't play like the finisher. The roles are completely different. In
Absolutely.
T20Is, I would say it's a relatively easier format that way, because you have to come, see the ball, hit the ball. So
Okay.
yeah, India have to make more definite roles for every player.
Okay. So, Bodhada, if you want to add something to it, then we'll move to Tejashwin Shankar's BWB special. You go first if you want to add something to Trisha's point, Devashish's point, and then we'll move to Tejashwin Shankar's BWB. I'll come to you only on that.
Yeah, I'll just sort of quickly make three points. One, your top three, I mean your top four, somebody has to take responsibility and kill a match when you're chasing 270. Get a 70, 80 or a 90, and you will see the others will revolve around you, game done. We didn't see that yesterday. Number two, your problem against spin. Now, this is a massive problem. Accept it. You don't play spin well. You can't play left arm spin, you can't play leg spin. Simple. And it's happened in test match cricket, it's happened here. How do you solve that? You've got to figure out a way. Either just play out Adam Zampa, don't give him wickets and attack Marcus Stoinis. What was the run rate? 6.5, 7? You can even chase 15 down. Because you play so much of white ball cricket, so much of T20 cricket rather. Then you can chase 12, 13, 14 down. Why do you have to attack Adam Zampa? Short selection. And number three, this complete baffling confusion over number 4, number 5, number 6. You have no clarity. You have no clarity. And look, anybody, whether it is Virat Kohli, whether it is Ravi Shastri, whether it is Rahul Dravid, Rohit Sharma, anybody can come and talk to you except Rohit Sharma. Rohit Sharma keeps telling you, I'm obsessed with winning the World Cup. It matters. Let's accept it. You know, you can come and tell an RCB team, oh, you not performed. It's about process. The RCB fans are happy. Fans cannot be happy provided you don't win. No one
Absolutely.
can be happy. The Argentinian fans wouldn't have been happy had Messi not won the World Cup. And what is our expectation? Virat Kohli, the greatest ever chaser. Rohit Sharma, one of the greatest ever. This is a team that is capable of winning the World Cup. Let's face it. So you've got to win. I mean, you mean to say for 10 years you're not good enough. And then you will say, oh, you know what, it's about process. What process? For 10 years you couldn't get your process right. And for fans, you are worshipped as literally gods in this country. We put you on a pedestal. We worship you. That's why you're 50 million fan following, 30 million fan following, 226 million value, right? Why is sponsors queuing up for you? Because people want to watch you and love you and and adore you. So hello, you've got to deliver also when push comes to shove. As far as Virat, no IPL trophy, no India trophy. As far as Rohit, as captain, you've got to win a trophy. As Rahul Dravid as coach, you've got to win a world trophy, whether it's the WTC or the ODI World Cup. And this is your chance is running out. These fellows are 34, 35. 4 years down the line, who knows? So I'll end it there, saying many more questions than answers going into the IPL. The problem is IPL, everything will be hunky-dory.
Everything will be forgotten.
Yes.
Absolutely. And when you talk about the fans not being happy when a team loses, I take that personally because East Bengal fans, we know how that feels when your team
Absolutely.
doesn't win, especially,
Any fan, any fan will be unhappy, Rohan. And you've got to
absolutely,
respect the fan. You cannot say, I will take the fan for granted. The fan is the centerpiece of the story. Virat Kohli or
absolutely,
Rohit Sharma is Rohit Sharma because of the fan. Because the fan wants to go and see them and seek autographs and take photographs and give sponsors money to watch their ads. The Tendulkar phenomenon is because Tendulkar has legion of fans. The fans are important. So yes, process, but the process eventually has to give results. Today, if the economy doesn't deliver, Narendra Modi won't win an election. Today, some political leader will not win an election. It is process driven, yes, but ultimate goal is the end result. Who says no? A corporate honcho will not be there. A journalist will not be there if he doesn't do work. A sports person will not be there. So hello, do not try and tell us that results don't matter. Results are the only thing that matters in sport.
absolutely,
For example,
absolutely.
I wouldn't be here if I hadn't finished the Tejaswin BWB episode.
So it's important. And for
Absolutely.
India, Devashish, tell me something. Are you happy with Rahul Dravid's tenure as coach?
See, obviously, the World Cup is still a few months away. Means we need to wait before because and the World Test Championship final. So 2 ICC events. If Rahul Dravid doesn't deliver, means obviously then we can say, oh yeah, he has not done well. See,
But
as
then it's gone.
Ravi Sastry said, winning 2 Asia Cup means nothing. No one will remember India has won an Asia Cup. It's about World Cup. It's about winning an ICC trophy. So Rahul Dravid and Rohit Sharma has 2 ICC events. In fact, 3 ICC events. If you take the 2024 T20 World Cup, if Rahul and Rohit doesn't deliver for India, doesn't win a ICC event in the next 1.5 months, means then we can pass on a judgment. No, they have not done well, or they have not done justice. But crucial will be to win an ICC event because that was the reason Virat was forced to retire, so as to say, because Rohit was brought in so as to win an ICC. And in your interview with Backstage Boria, Rohit Sharma did mention that his goal is to win an ICC trophy.
Even
Until
Hardik
and
Pandya said that. My ultimate dream is to win the World Cup.
for cricket, you win an ICC trophy. That's the pinnacle. So for India, you have 3 opportunities to stamp your supremacy, so as to say, win a WTC final. You see what will happen. You are the best. You are the best. You have won series in both home and away. But all that matters is to win the World Test Championship final against Australia. You win it. Whoever say what, you are the world champions. You are the best team in the world because no point in arguing, no point in talking shit. So I think the key for India will be to do well in the WTC final and the World Cup in India.
Absolutely. Even I remember after Argentina lost the Copa America final, Messi's statue was vandalized in Buenos Aires. So even Messi will have that criticism until and unless he wins that World Cup. So yes, it will go on. This talk will go on for so long. And talking about being champions, let's talk about another champion, Tejaswin Shankar. Boria, we have the BWP lined up. Your give us a small snippet from the Tejaswin Shankar interview.
See, the most important takeaway is for professionals. I mean, we all multitask these days, right? Tejaswin Shankar works for Deloitte. and a good corporate job, a very, very good corporate job. Somebody who had the courage to say, I will balance my corporate job with elite level athletics is a special person. Because everybody told him, look, you're at the top of your game. You've just won a CWG medal. You've crossed 2.22. This is your time to focus 100% on athletics. And he was like, no, I am confident I will be able to balance my job in the US with my sport, and I'll go and do it. And he charted his own, and he's happy to fail. That is something I like about Tejashwin Shankar, that I will do it on my own terms. If that means I fail, but I will do it to the best of my ability, because the job is as important as sport. And he's been able to do it so far. Whether going forward or not, I don't know. Number two is mental health. 2 days before, he talks about his grandmother's birthday. Trisha has edited the interview. She'll know grandmother's birthday. He didn't even know whether he'll be on that flight to Birmingham. And when he was competing, his whole thought process was, forget medals. I don't want to make an idiot out of myself here, because I did not even know 2 days back I'll be here. So it's a champion story. For me, sport is about life lessons. Tejashwin Shankar is a standing, glaring life lesson in front of us as to what can be done. So, great story.
Okay, Trisha, I'll come to you, but before that, can we please have that promo from Tejashwi Shankar interview? Shopnail, on to you.
You are a great story. I mean, in every sense, and now also see, you've got a corporate job. So what's next, Tejashwin?
So, like you said, sir, we're talking about mental health. We're talking about pushing boundaries. So, for me, I've always been somebody who's always believed that, and this is something I genuinely believe, that everybody's definition of success should be different, and it should be different because, like we always hear the quote that you can't judge a fish's, or I guess a monkey's ability by how far it can swim or whatnot. So for me, the definition of success is very different. And yes, I want to medal. I want to, go through the same pattern, win that Commonwealth Games medal, Asian Games medal, gold, silver, bronze, all that sort of thing. But at the same time, I want to do that when I have a balanced life. I want to have a balanced life. I have other goals apart from sport. And there's something, to do with my ego as well, I guess. If somebody tells me it's not possible, that's what I want to do. I want to try and see if it's possible. I have no shame in admitting that, okay, maybe 2 years or 3 years down the line, I might be really troubled and I might not be able to manage my job as well as do sports, and I'd have to maybe stop working or, just focus on sports. But that's okay. I failed on my terms. I failed because I tried. So for me, it's really important to try first. And that's the reason up till this point, I was a student athlete. I was studying. I did my bachelor's degree. I did 2 bachelors and I completed a master's while simultaneously competing in the high jump event, and was finally was able to win a medal at the Commonwealth Games as well. So that's something that I've done. Nobody said that it's very easy to do, and if it were easy, everybody would do it. So that's the only reason I tried to do it. And then now, even my own coach, he told me that, okay, why do you even want to do this job? You're at a good point. Why don't you just focus on sports for some years? And, it's going to be really tough. The only thing I told him was, well, yes, you say it's tough. Everybody that I've ever talked to, including my mom, everybody says it's tough. But I just want to give it a shot. If I fail, cool. But if I don't, maybe that might, become a source of an inspiration or an example that I can set for somebody else. So that's the only reason I started working, and I really enjoy it. I'm able to make those adjustments. I'm able to find time to train as well as work full time.
Well, he has inspired me already, because when he said that I have done 2 bachelors and a master's, I think, okay, I can also do that. And such an inspirational story.
You are very right. You do an MBA and you work. Exactly what Tejashwin is talking about in Devashish's case. Multitasking. He has 2 children. Both of them are going to college. He has his responsibility as a father. He has his responsibility while he's working for RevSportz. Trisha, all of us know she had a family tragedy. She has to now take care of the family and be a professional. Each one of us have different lives. So that's what Tejashwin Shankar is talking about, that it's possible. And I think real solid words. You can't fail. Big deal. Sport cannot be life. Yeah. Come on. I mean, you don't win, forget it. So in this case, Tejashwin Shankar was beautifully articulating it. That I will try it at least. Try it and then fail. Fabulous. Fabulous stuff.
Absolutely. Trisha, you have
Oh, and by the way,
yes.
Tejaswin Shankar, BWP has got a lot of, let's say, who he was inspired by? The person we were just discussing, Rahul Dravid.
Wow.
He has mentioned it in the interview that he was inspired by Rahul Dravid because Rahul Dravid is a no, Anil Kumble is a computer engineer, but Dravid also has
Yeah,
He,
Davia
he
also,
has
I think,
yeah.
he's an engineer.
yeah, he has
And he was
so
a cricketer. He
Tejaswin.
tried cricket, he couldn't do it. So that's why he went into other sports as well.
Exactly. So he has spoken about that. He has also spoken about Abdul Kadir as well. So he has and you know why this is the promo, because this part was what I loved the most about the interview, because I know, Rohan, your next question will be that, so I'm answering it even before you ask me. I made this the promo because this is inspiring. There are certain interviews where you mm, don't look for news points because you are just the entire interview is so inspiring that you don't really look for news, because this is a story which will take you places, which will take the viewers
Absolutely,
places.
absolutely. Yeah, and this was inspired already is dragging me towards the full interview because I really like what he said. Even uh, that quote, you don't judge a fish's ability by his ability to swim, to fly. So these are I really liked it. And Devashish, your thoughts before we go on to football and
See,
boxing?
I'll say something. Devashish's mother passed away. The next day he went to New Zealand. Devashish is no Virat Kohli, but in his own world, that is something he did. So he was able to set an example for himself and for us. Trisha's father passed away. Within 2 days, I said, take a break. She said, no, I want to come back to work and contribute. She was setting an example to herself. Yes, she was in grief, but at the same time, she was trying to do what she thought is correct and best for her and the family. In your case, yesterday also at 6 p.m., when the Nikhat Zareen bout started, you were here in the studio telling people, let's break this as you were going to college for your classes. Little things make a difference. That is why this team I am so proud of. Whether it is Devashish, whether it is Trisha, whether it's you or Bharat or anybody for that matter. And that is what Tejaswin Shankar is. Tejaswin Shankar is the boy next door who is a story, who has made it there. Any one of us can be a Tejaswin Shankar, provided we are willing to go the distance and do things like he's tried to do.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Devashish, how excited are you for the full video after seeing this promo?
I haven't listened to the interview. This is the first time I got to listen to the promo. It's awesome, awesome. Means not shying away from trying something different. Means yeah, you might fail. You might fail. No harm in failing, provided you try honestly, sincerely. So that is what I like the most. Means I was going through another interview of Sarabjit Singh, who won the gold in the IASSF. He was a footballer, but he did not do well in football, and then he shifted to shooting, and see, he has won a gold for India. So these are all inspiring. And Tejaswini, as you have rightly said, means no, you shouldn't shy away from trying things. Obviously, as Buryada keeps telling us, that it's a multi-sports, you need to follow. It's not about only one sport. It's not about cricket. You need to
Absolutely.
follow every other sporting disciple. So maybe this interview might give that inspiration for me in try and watch and follow other different sports.
Absolutely.
What
Yes.
is so I'll just
Yeah.
add one line. What I loved about the interview is what Boria also pointed out, that sports is all. You can also treat sports as as your occupation or profession, and not life in itself. And Tejasvin has taught that. Like we multitask. He has also taken sport and the Deloitte job as two of his professions. Because most people would be like, what, I am into sports and this and that, but he has normalized sports,
Yeah,
to be
absolutely.
honest.
Yes, invariably, 99 out of 100 people will choose one, either sports or either professional career. But here we have someone
Absolutely.
who has mastered in both the stream of life.
And it takes a lot of courage and sacrifice also because you have 24 hours a time. You need rest. You need mental peace and
You have,
balancing.
you have someone sitting there, in our panel who works 24. I don't know whether he sleeps or not. I'm talking about
No, but
Bhuria.
I'm sure he does.
the fact is that doesn't mean that I don't spend time with my daughter. It's as valuable. Trisha knows. Because after 1 year, I will see her growing up 1 year and I've missed that time. It doesn't mean that I will not spend time with my wife or cook or play with my dogs or look, spending time with family is as important as work, for God's sake. I'm tired where someone will say, I'm so busy that my wife looks after the. What do you mean? What do you mean? That is a derogatory comment. I take as much joy in bathing Aisha and sending her to school in the morning as I do in doing a BWB show. Because that is as much part of my routine. Waking up at 6 o'clock and saying, hello, it's your school day. Come, I will get you ready. I will send you to school when your mother's gone for yoga. So and that's how it is. She knows that, and look, in our household and in our company, we are all colleagues, we are all friends, and we will do everything for each other. Simple. That is the end of story. Whether we get millions of rupees or not, we don't care. We will survive by being happy. We are not here to make billions or show the world that we are number one. Don't care. We will do quality work. How many platforms will do a Tejashwin Shankar? Nobody will. You will do today Virat Kohli or Rohit Sharma and keep sort of talking about them and think this will translate into numbers. Shortcut. Nobody at this point in time, the mixed rifle competition is going on. The moment this show ends, I will go there and watch it because Rudra Patil is playing. I will watch Nikhat Zareen at 6. I will watch Neetu at 6:15 tonight. It gives me joy. I was watching Prannoy. Did you see that last point, for God's sake? Twice Prannoy on the right picked up that smash, on the nets picked up that smash, and finished off Shi Yuki. Shi Yuki is the All England runner-up, and the match was at 11:45. I saw you tweeting about Sindhu, and you messaged me saying straight sets. Both of us were watching. That's joy. Why did I watch Sindhu? Not for numbers. I watched it because I love it. So let's all do things that we love to do, and that's what Tejashwin is doing.
And the word is mental peace. When
Absolutely.
Debashish said that, I think Debashish is being humble. Even he doesn't. There are times. See, with IPL coming up, even he will curtail his sleep. We all do that for our work, but because we love what we do, that's why it's easier for us to do it, and
And
that's why we have mental peace and we can do it.
how do we do it? We play cricket on the terrace.
That's it.
Of course.
Yesterday, Debashish and Trisha, they got a little bit of money because of a book that we've done together. I told Debashish, I said, hello, buy something for Shumona. I said, 2 of my kids, class 12, I'm going to pay the entire money as school fees. It's not for me, I'll give it away. Trisha, I wrote to her saying, Trisha, indulge yourself. She said to me, no, Muriyada, things have changed since last December. You know the situation. Little statements, and they resonate with me. Saying, hello, my colleagues have grown up. And this is why we are a team. This is what makes a difference. Even Shopnil, who sleeps every time when a show is on, has changed. So that is what it is. If you have impact on one person, if one person plays high jump or sport after watching that Tejashwin Shankar interview and feels inspired, it is for me job done. And that is why I'm delighted. The corporate support. Yesterday, one other sponsor who we have, again, they've come back for multiple years. Yesterday, the deal happened. Why do you think corporates are backing us? Because we are doing something right? Something is resonating with someone in the country. So that's all it is about. Give people joy.
And bato mein 40 minutes ho gaya, we didn't notice only.
We have another video scheduled at 10,
So before we wrap up, today we have the boxing semi-finals. 4 medals already secured. How many finals do you see?
I see 2 for sure. I see Neetu very, very confident. I want Nikhat to win as a personal favorite. Title defense is on. Yesterday was a close one. All 4. Saveti was a great bout. She controlled the bout. And Lavlina, again, very, very good bout. Controlled the bout. I felt for Nupur, she could have won as well. 3-4 she went down. So on a home kind of World Cup, if you go on to World Championship, if you go on to win 2 or 3 gold medals or silver medals, will be fantastic. So let's hope for the best for India.
Absolutely. And in badminton also, we have many games lined up. We have the BWB Tejashwin Shankar episode lined up. Before we end, Trisha, Devashish, Indian football team won yesterday, but not a very convincing win against Myanmar, 159th rank. Even in head-to-head also, India loses to them in Myanmar. The next match against Kyrgyz Republic will be a tougher one than this one, because the Kyrgyz Republic are a better side than Myanmar and probably even India in the ranking. So, uh, end the show with your thoughts on Indian football, and we'll end the show right there.
Yeah, obviously it was a hard fought win. Hard fought win, I would say. Means obviously we did squander a few
Only
opportunities.
one goal at the end of the first, and that's all.
Against Myanmar, opponent who is ranked 156, and then remember you play Kyrgyzstan, who is 94th in the FIFA rankings, means way above than us. So it's a bit. Obviously, Sunil Chetri had an off day. And which will happen to any sportsman, means obviously, but where are the other strikers? Means obviously there were a few opportunities.
Sunil Chetri having an off day also. He has earned that right to have the off day. We need someone else.
But who else? That's what I am coming to say. Means who else? Only another top. Pardon? Am I audible?
Yeah, Trisha was mute.
Okay. So that is what I'm saying. Means obviously winning against Myanmar by 1 goal margin means obviously it's not done. Means you there should be at least a 3-4 goal difference. Means had India converted those opportunities, the score sheet would have been a lot more better. Means,
Absolutely.
But then, having said that, obviously the bigger challenge lies ahead in 1 day from now when we face Kyrgyzstan. But it was good to see Igor Stimac giving debuts to 3 players, Ritik Das, Rohit Kumar. Yeah, so at least you need to draft in more and more players. Means you need to have a supply line.
Absolutely, and the crowd was good. We had 5 or 6 local players playing. The match was in Kuman Lapak Stadium, 30,000 people. Everything was right, but India needs to find a replacement for Sunil Chetri.
That's the reason I keep saying there is a huge market for football in India.
Absolutely,
there's a huge market. See the national team. Means, did you ever expect 30,000 odd spends, full house, packed house, and Kunam Lamta, the stadium in Impal, cheering the Indian football team? See. Time and again, I keep on saying, and Bodiada, I have discussed this, until and unless we do well as a national team, our football will develop or grow. We won't grow a single inch if we don't do well in the national. If our national team does, we might win. Mohun Bagan might win an ISL, or East Bengal might do well, but that won't help Indian football at all. It's about the national team doing well. See. So that is what we want.
Bodiada, ending with you, Swiss Open Badminton. Srikanth will be playing Lee CY of Hong Kong, N Manjunath, Pranay, HS Pranay, PV Sindhu, all of their matches. End with the closing comments on Swiss Open, and that's for today. Yeah, Devashish.
Yeah, just a news point on football. Today, East Bengal club are going to announce their new coach. Whether it's going to be a Constantine or it's going to be a new coach, we'll come to know by evening today.
Yesterday, Neetu Das
said they've got their board meeting also with board meeting also with Imami. So a roadmap will be finalized. That's what Devobruto Sarkar mentioned. You asked me about Swiss Open to close. That match against Popov is a tricky one because he's an up and coming star, is a good player. Popov is a difficult one. Sindhu's match against that Indonesian girl who's also coming up is a tricky one. Satvik and Chirag should be able to win B and Lee. Satvik and Chirag, F Lee and F Lee, they should be able to win that. So again, some really quality matches. The only problem is again 23:50, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock means another long night for each one of us staying awake and watching that that Swiss Open. That's the only problem. They should send some chocolates our way.
You can share me the link. I will also watch tonight.
Okay, okay, Trisha, I'll
Absolutely,
send
all
you.
of us will. And Trisha will only want the chocolates. No watching, only chocolates.
Okay. And we had a great chat of 45 minutes. पता ही नहीं चला. গল্প করতে করতে 45 minutes হয়ে গেছে. We didn't understand. We didn't realize also that that's what quality chat is all about. So we have the 10 a.m. We have the promo lined up. The PWB Tejaswin Shankar lined up. A very interesting discussion of Debashish and Shubhan Chakraborty. I won't reveal about what. It's on Indian cricket. Everything is lined up. We do follow our websites for the written articles. Bharat Ramaraj have written an absolute wonderful piece on, again, Indian cricket. You have to watch, you have to read. So that's all for now. We'll be back again tomorrow with the teeing off show, and keep following our social media handles and website for all the updates from all over the world in sporting news. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining. Trisha Ghoshal, Debashish Sen, and Boryada. Thank you so much for joining. We had a lovely chat.
Thank you, Rohan.